Greetings, 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 and salutations, beautiful people in the beautiful world. It is me, he is I am him, Zach Latimer, Z Lat, and welcome back to another segment of Right and Exact. Yes, thank you for tuning in. I want to build today on mate selection. All right, mate selection, and some of the things that can kind of get away from us when we start dealing and diving into the opposite, or shall I say complementary sex, when we start opening ourselves up to finding a mate. And a lot of this has to deal with, we like to throw this word around, love, right? We throw this word around with not having a deeper and true understanding and meaning of the actual said word. Now, this is very dangerous because once one starts to actively look for a mate, they may run into, a lot of times, this false representation of love and not having a deeper understanding of it, because in actuality, they don't really have a deeper understanding and love of themselves. Okay? So it's hard to know what really love is if you don't really love yourself. And I know everybody says, "Oh, yes, I love myself," and they can say it, but do they really have a deeper and true understanding of it? And it's almost like this, right? Especially when it comes to looking for a mate. It's almost like when you go grocery shopping, okay? And they always say it is never ever good to go grocery shopping when you're hungry. Because if you go grocery shopping when you're hungry, the thing that's going to happen is you're going to find yourself in the store and everything is going to start to look appealing to you. And then and you got psychologists, they do all of this stuff that on where they place the shelves and how high they put it, so it's at eye level, so it's more attracting to you, so you can just grab and start filling your cart with these things that actually bring no nutritional value to your life. Okay? So you might be throwing in candy bars, and ice cream, and all of this stuff that it looks very good to the peeling eye. It tastes good on the taste buds, but or on the palate. But once it actually gets in, is it bringing any nutritional value to your life? No, because you went into the store deficient and you came out even worse than when you came in, because that's not the food's fault. That's the buyer's fault, because you made a choice. But once you make that choice, you go with your choice. So the same thing it is with love, okay? Or when you're choosing a mate. If you go in and you don't have a good, firm grasp understanding of what it is, then all of a sudden you start grabbing or taking akin to things that are going to bring no value to your life, but it's good and it passes the test of the eye, or it passes the test of the palate because it tastes good at that time, but really you're deficient in something. So when you're deficient, then all of a sudden you get a need met. But then over a period of time, you see that this is actually bringing no nutritional value to my life. Okay? So it's almost like if you get a mango that has a nucleus, that has a core, that is life-giving and life-sustaining, or you get a candy bar, which is very appealing, very tasteful, but it's going to go in and it's going to give you something just to make it feel like there was something in your stomach, but over the long period of time, you see the effects that it has on one's life, on one's waistline, on one's teeth, right? Same thing if you get involved with a mate that is bringing no nutritional value to your life. You start to see the destruction that he or she causes to one's life because there's no value. There's no nutritional value that he or she is bringing. Okay? So the thing that some solutions to kind of help clear this up. One, you got to understand love. You can't fall in love. You can't fall out of love. Love just is. Okay? Love just is. So, with that being said, you got to understand that love kind of now, mate selection, becomes now a bartering system. What if I'm bringing this to the table. This is what I need from you. What are you bringing to the table? And the way to clear this up is if you're ever talking to somebody else, you need to figure out what is their purpose. What direction are they going in? Where are you going to see if the tools that are necessary that I have that maybe you can use, and I'm going to see if the direction that you're going in is the direction that I want to go in. So I don't get sidetracked, so I don't get sideswiped by anything down the road and find out that there's actually no nutritional value here. I'm not just going to take what my eyes are telling me. I have to really follow and see where you're going to get a better understanding of who you are. Because I know that now there's sometimes you can walk in a grocery store and they have genetically modified organisms. This is called GMO. And if you get a GMO, it looks exactly like the one that has a core and a nucleus, but doesn't bring the same value that the natural organic plant-based food is bringing. Same thing with a mate, man or woman. You may not be getting a man. You may be getting a male. You may not be getting a woman. You just may be getting a female. They look exactly alike. They bring the same kind of looks to the table. But one of them has structure, one of them has purpose, one of them has some value to it, while the other one just is deficient, nutrient deficient. It is going to bring destruction, chaos, and confusion to your life. Okay? So the biggest thing here is to slow down and make sure that you understand the knowledge of self. You have full grasp knowledge of yourself. And so you get to a point where actually you're not even looking. That love is associated with happiness. And if you know love is associated with happiness, somebody can't give you happiness. You just have to be. That's why they say if you work a day in your life, if you find a job that you love, you'll never work a day in your life. That's considered being happy. Cool, right? So if that is the case, then we now know that if you're working towards your purpose, then it doesn't feel like work. If you're working towards your purpose, then there's not enough time in the day to get done what you feel like you need to get done. But if you're just working a job, then you start to feel the minutes feel like hours. Okay? Seconds feel like minutes. And you just keep glancing at the clock. Same thing when it comes to your mate. You need to find somebody that's building and going in the same direction that you are. And then you'll find that that love will naturally just be there. And you'll feel it because you're both going in the same direction. But when you start tugging and one's going left and one's going right, you're going to be like, oh, I love this person, but I'm just not in love. I have love for this person, but I'm just not in love. Which love was always there. You just have no use for it right now. Which really now, that has nothing to do with that person. That has everything to do with you and your lack of knowledge of self. Okay? So I will that you got something out of this. I will that you have a wonderful day, and maybe we'll come back and revisit this topic because it's such a broad topic and very deep. I'm just going to stay right on the surface for now, right on the surface. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. I thank you for tuning in, and I'm out. Peace.